forward and as my father says, we're always the kolelat because of all this system that we're in at the moment, and radical change needs to happen in this system. And I think that will be based on, firstly, on transparency. Government has to be transparent in how it governs this country, and then at the same time, corruption.
Yeah, and you're hoping that radical change will take place in the next few months because of this.
Well, I hope that I mentioned the next few months because there's this other project that could be a BOT transaction, and the cost is 26 billion pesos, which is 10 billion pesos more than the first NBN ZTE deal. So. And I don't want. I try not to think that there's some maybe hanky-panky in that deal. But I wouldn't be surprised because I just came through.
You wouldn't be surprised.
I really wouldn't be surprised because I just went through this whole brazen act of an information highway robbery, and that I can't stomach. And I told that to my father.
Information highway robbery. Okay. Wait. Have you thought about what's next for you here? What are you going to do next? I mean, how normal a life can you lead?
Well, obviously, I won't have a normal life anymore because I've made lifelong enemies. I mean, there would have been maybe a few more billionaires in the Philippines if I didn't do what I needed to do. But because of that, we were able to save that.
So would it have been easier if you had just kept quiet?
You know, I was in Corina Sanchez, and she asked me that question. She says, these things go on almost every time, so why now are you personally being brave and doing this? And the main reason why I'm doing this is for the fact that, you know, this project, first I want to be clear, I'm not interested in this project.
Right.
It's too messy, it's too, and it's not consistent with the BOT law. But secondly, if I'm part of the upper middle class, if I cannot even fight for the people of the Philippines, and I'm also the son of the speaker, how can I expect Mang Pandoy, I remember Mang Pandoy, to fight for the Filipino people or whoever else? I was in the UP today, and there were students there, and they were supportive of me. And these were, when you look at the debt of the Philippines, 3 generations have to pay for this debt. And we start continuing to borrow and borrow.
So you're saying it wouldn't have been, you wouldn't have been able to live with your conscience if you had just kept quiet now?
I wouldn't have, because it was just...
If you had chosen not to speak a few months back, right now you would be, what, bothered or what? What would you be going through right now?
I would have I'd be guilty, I'd feel remorse for not being...
remorse, okay.
Yes.
You don't feel remorse right now?
No, I don't feel remorse. I don't feel remorse, but I feel bad that it has affected my father's position in the house. But with what I've done, I don't feel any remorse. I think the remorse would have happened if I did not say what I needed to say, if I omitted the sins of... It's a sin of omission by not saying...
So it feels parang nabunutan ka ng tinik, you know, it feels liberating? If there's no remorse.
Well, it's liberating for the country, I think, and I guess for me, but my life is totally different, and it's really a very stressful daily grind.
Well, you don't look stressed out. You even have a new hairdo. And
well,
is that because you were told?
Because I was told to cut my hair, so...
and you did have your hair cut?
Yes, I did have my hair cut.
So who did you go to? Who cut your hair?
This guy who...
Which barbero?
He's from Bangkal in Manila, and I go there in this little salon there.
Okay. Mr. Speaker, you know, listening to your son, I completely forgot that you're no, because your father and son, no, you can talk on and on.
I'm just supporting cast here.
Okay. Mr. Speaker, kanina may binanggit si Joey yung radical change, no? And earlier also you were telling us about what you were telling the president. And you were saying that you actually wrote it in a letter, in a 5-page letter, is that correct?
Yes.
In a 5-page letter that you are going to be submitting, 4 pages. 5-page letter that you will be submitting to her tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I will finalize this letter and send it to her on Monday or Tuesday next week.
And in one sentence, Mr. Speaker, here you are telling her that.
Here I'm telling her that the time has come with all these bribery scandals, these corruption stories in the cabinet, in the Congress, in the Senate, in government financial institutions, in the BIR, in the customs,
Sir, one sentence.
etc., etc.,
Yeah.
etc.
Oh,
That
no.
we should now cleanse Philippine society and put a substantial or a reduction, major reduction in corruption in the Philippines. If we can have a corruption-free society like Singapore, like Lee Kuan Yew was able to do it. And I think President Arroyo, because she's a tough lady, she's a courageous lady, she can be very brave when she wants to, she can pull it off, and then she'll be one of the greatest presidents in history. If
So,
she can pull it
okay.
off in the next 2.5 years. And I think we should support her to do it. And if then we are able to do this, then we are proposing not band-aid solutions, but a total solution to the Philippine problem.
Okay, so you're saying
And the
that
whole
she has
country will be applauding her.
Okay, so you're saying that you're going to be the supporting cast, the best supporting actor to the president in this
this
scenario.
epic
You're going,
exercise,
and you want her to, sir, in very simple language, you want her to what?
To cleanse Philippine society, to create a new government, to create a new government.
Are you
put
talking
together a
parliamentary?
new-
Are you saying fire everybody and put what? Parliamentary or what?
Just
What?
remove the non-performing assets in the government. Remove the corrupt elements in the government.
Yeah.
In the same way that we have corrupt elements in the Congress,
Yeah.
in the local government units.
In that letter,
the
sir,
ombudsman should be given more power, more financial, more money to
go after
operate
corrupt
with and to
officials.
go after corruption.
Yeah. But what is it that you want her to do regarding the issues that have hounded her and her family?
Well, if she will lead this nation in turning a new leaf, my God, this is the best thing that can happen to our country. We'll have a real